They say respect is earned, but there is a truth almost no one dares to admit. If you don't communicate limits with your energy, the world will walk right over you without hesitation. Maybe you've lived through this yourself, doing everything right, being kind, being available, avoiding conflict, always trying to be the best version of yourself. And yet, what do you receive in return? Silence, indifference, disregard, or worse, people who use your goodwill as if it were their right. And then comes that painful question, why do I treat everyone well, but so few people treat me with respect? The answer is simple and brutal. You were taught that being good was enough, but life doesn't reward the good. Life rewards those who respect themselves enough to communicate, without words, that they will not accept anything less. And that is exactly what you are about to learn now. One single psychological principle that changes how others see you, treat you, and even how they listen to you. It's not aggression. It's not being cold. It's not raising your voice. It's something much deeper. Energy, posture, presence. Before we move on, I want to ask you something. If any sentence in this video hits a truth inside you, write it in the comments. Your words may be the strength someone else needs to wake up. And if this video helps you grow emotionally, subscribe to the Stoic Spring channel. This isn't just about following a YouTube channel, it's about building the habit of protecting your inner peace, strengthening your emotional maturity, and elevating your standards. Now take a deep breath. What you're about to hear can transform the way you command respect. The Stoics understood all of this 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius said that true dignity never needs to shout. It reveals itself in calmness, in a gaze that doesn't drift away, in the ability to remain firm when everyone expects you to justify or apologize. Epictetus taught that no one can disrespect you without your internal permission, because what truly hurts is not the other person's behavior, but the way you react and how much power you hand over. Seneca reminded us that whoever constantly justifies every step hands over control to the opinions of others. The Stoics already knew. The energy you transmit is the boundary the world sees, and here we reach the core principle of this video. Respect is born the moment you stop being predictable. It does not matter how kind or generous you are. If people can predict exactly how you react, they will test your limits. Always. The human brain works this way. It tests, 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 and when it finds no resistance, it advances. If every time someone interrupts you, you smile, they will keep interrupting. If every time someone makes a comment that hurts you, you hide the pain behind a joke, they will keep doing it. If every time someone asks for something you don't want to do, you say yes, you become the easiest point for others to exploit. And not because the world is cruel, but because you are silently communicating that your limits are flexible, fragile, or non-existent. This is why the most powerful psychological trick for commanding respect is breaking the pattern. What you used to let pass, now you stop accepting. What you used to explain, now you choose not to justify. What you used to answer with a nervous smile, now you answer with calm silence. It is in this contrast that respect is born. The unexpected rearranges how others perceive you. Imagine someone makes that same sarcastic comment they always make. Normally, you would laugh it off, change the subject, pretend it didn't affect you. But this time you breathe deeply, look them in the eyes and stay silent. Nothing more, no explanation, no excuse, no nervous laugh, just presence. That second of silence shifts everything. The person in front of you feels the break. Something they always used to get away with no longer works. And in that moment, their mind forms a new understanding. With you, the rules have changed. You don't need to become cold, distant, or harsh. You only need to stop explaining yourself. The Stoics called this internal sovereignty. When you live apologizing for existing, justifying your limits, justifying your fatigue, justifying your silence, you communicate an invisible message. Other people's opinions matter more than your peace, and people sense that. They can tell when your posture depends on others' approval. They can tell when you fear disappointing someone. They can tell when you hand over your emotional power in exchange for acceptance. And it is exactly in that space that disrespect grows. Look at your life with brutal honesty. Who complains the most when you try to set a boundary? Who gets the most upset when you say no? Interestingly, these are not the people who truly love you. They are the ones who benefited the most from your lack of limits. And when you finally say no, When you finally decide to speak less and stand firm, they feel deeply disturbed. They call you arrogant. They say you've changed. They turn you into the villain, not because you did something wrong, but because you stopped being useful to their comfort. But you are not in this world to serve anyone's comfort. You are here to be loyal to yourself, and those who truly respect you will adapt. Those who truly love you will understand. Those who cannot accept your dignity were never on your side. They were only on the side of what they could take from you. Now let's go to the core of this message. How to break the pattern in practice and command respect naturally. Trick 1. The firm silence. When someone crosses a line, don't explain, don't justify, don't narrate your choice. Simply remain silent for a few seconds and keep your breathing steady. Silence is unsettling to those who expect submission. It shifts the dynamic without creating conflict. Trick 2. The dry no. If you always said yes to avoid problems, your presence has not been respected. Starting today, say no when it's no. No decorations, no excuses, no emotional cushioning, just I can't or simply no. The simpler it is, the more powerful it becomes. Trick 3. The absence of explanations. Your rest does not require explanation. Your peace does not require justification. Your time is too valuable to be narrated to someone who only wants control. Those who respect you don't demand explanations. Those who demand explanations want control. Trick 4. The shift in reaction. If you always responded with humor, respond with calm. If you always responded defensively, respond neutrally. If you always explained yourself, stop doing so. The sudden change reveals that you now operate from a different internal center. Trick 5. The gaze that doesn't move. Your body speaks before your mouth ever does. When you hold a steady, relaxed gaze while setting a boundary, your posture communicates, I am in control of my energy. Respect is born from this, not from speeches. Trick 6. The pause before answering. Those who react too quickly surrender power. Those who pause show dominance. 3 seconds of silence before responding to any provocation reorganizes the hierarchy of the interaction. Trick 7. The strategic distance. If someone keeps crossing your limits, reduce their access to you. No drama, no announcements. Simply distance yourself. Anyone who truly wants to remain in your life will adjust their behavior. Anyone who doesn't will drift away. And if someone leaves because you finally established a boundary, that is exactly the kind of person who should not have been around you in the first place. Trick 8. The consistency. Breaking the pattern once creates impact. Repeating the pattern creates lasting respect, because people begin to understand that you're not playing a role, you have become someone with clear boundaries. In the beginning, it will hurt. You will feel guilt, fear, insecurity. Your mind will whisper, what if I lose people? What if they think I'm strange? What if they don't like me anymore? But here is a truth that can set your life free. Whoever leaves because you set a boundary doesn't like you. They like the unlimited access they had to your emotional effort. You spent years prioritizing other people's peace, while your own peace was ignored. How many times did you say yes when you wanted to say no? How many times did you accept hurtful comments just to avoid conflict? How many times did you explain yourself with a smile when you were exhausted, overwhelmed, or in pain? And still, people demanded more. Because explaining yourself to someone who does not respect you is like pouring water into a cracked glass. No matter how much you pour, it will never be enough. The most powerful psychological trick to command respect is to stop seeking validation. Validation makes you predictable. Predictability makes you manipulable. Those who don't need approval impose boundaries without raising their voice. And when you finally understand this, something changes inside you. The way you walk changes, your posture changes, your silence changes, your presence changes, and people feel it. They sense that the version of you who accepted crumbs is gone. They sense that there is no more space to step into. Some will complain, criticize, invent stories. Let them. Those who are bothered by your dignity never had your best interest at heart. Respect is not begged for. Respect is imposed. And it is imposed not with force, but with clarity. With every no you say without trembling. With every boundary you hold without explaining. With every silence you maintain without apology. With every time you choose your peace over someone else's approval. If someone asks why you changed, Answer calmly. I didn't change. I simply stopped being what you needed me to be and became who I truly am. If you made it this far, congratulations. It means you are ready to reclaim your energy, your dignity, and your inner power. Write one sentence in the comments. I respect myself. That is all you need to affirm today. And if you haven't subscribed to Stoic Spring yet, do it now. Not for me, but for yourself. Because every time you choose content that strengthens your maturity, you send a clear message to the world. I am ready to be treated differently because I no longer treat myself the way I used to. Remember this forever. Every time you break the pattern, you reclaim power. Every time you hold firm silence, you leave a mark. And every time you choose yourself, you teach the world how to treat you. Your new life begins with a no spoken with dignity, and that strength is already inside you.